exactly what he was said, talked to him about. Those things, are pretty surprising to happen the day before a match like the Europa League final. So, I think this could be something between David Luiz and himself, and you add in the fact that Rudiger is not going to be healthy. You're asking a lot of a player that is going to have to cover and form a partnership with Christensen.
Maybe it's the very tension of the fact that you have a final to play. And while the players may be a little bit on edge, maybe Sarri himself is on edge because of not only what has been the conversation surrounding Sarri throughout the course of the season, but also the fact that there are rumors of Sarri maybe going to Juventus. And now people are addressing those things. And you have to prepare for a match. You have the press conference. You have Juventus conversation. You have N'Golo Kante injured. There's a whole lot of things going on that doesn't seem to be going Sarri's way. Maybe the tension is also coming out.
Let's bring in Dan and Rabo here. Guys, it is just a video, but should we be making as much as we are of it? It seems like a lot of kind of overwhelming reaction from Sarri for something that is pretty normal.
It's a big deal, isn't it, Robert? You've got your manager running off, kicking that hat. He hated that hat.
Yeah.
This is not the preparation that you want going into a game, surely.
Well, I think there's something in this for Sarri. Remember a little while ago he said he wasn't sure how to motivate these players. And now, just before a final, a couple of players are having an argument. He then does a chat with David Luiz. He obviously didn't like what David Luiz was saying. I think there's something in this. Sarri looks as though Sarri wants to maybe going elsewhere. He hasn't always had the fans on his side. This is his big moment. They've had a good end to the season. This is Sarri's moment, and now he's thinking that one or two of the players still aren't motivated enough, still aren't doing the things that he's asking them to do. So that's a major problem.
But how can he think that acting like this is going to galvanise the changing room and get them prepared for what is a massive game?
Well, he's an emotion sort of character, isn't he? He's not somebody that always thinks before he acts. That's the way he manages. And he's had a reaction, he's walked off the field, he's kicked his hat 2 or 3 times, thrown it on the floor, gone off training. I think the training session had probably finished by that stage anyway, and he was just going to let the other coaches take over the last warm down, that sort of thing. But it was a strange reaction from Sarri.
Let's actually talk about tactically how he's going to approach this game, because as Ali mentioned before, maybe this is a little part of the frustration of Kante's 50-50. Of course, trained for half an hour today, didn't take part in the whole session. So in that sense, what do you do if Kante can't play?
He's just going to play Barkley and Kovacic, I'd imagine, in front of Jorginho. So I don't think there's any problem for them. His big issue is who he plays up front. I would always play Higuain before Giroud, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I think Giroud will start up front and Higuain will be on the bench. Maybe that was some of the frustration of Higuain in that training session.
Who are the favourites for you, Robert, going into this game?
Who are the better team? Chelsea are the better team, but I think there's a lot of motivation with Arsenal at the moment. There's 1 or 2 issues with Chelsea, maybe with Sarri leaving, maybe 1 or 2 of the other players not quite happy. Eden Hazard's last game. I might just say Arsenal got the slight favourites.
You look at it, would this motivate the Arsenal players as well a little bit? The fact that Sarri's acted like this, that they've shown a bit of weakness.
I don't think they need too much motivation for the Europa League. Arsenal.
Sure.
They've played very well in the Europa League. It's been in the Premier League where they've not played quite so well. Unai Emery knows the game very well. He knows this competition very well, and that's going to be key to the game.